never know when I'm coming out. Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. Welcome once again to the SYN Shop podcast. I am, of course, the Mighty Pong.
And this is Zenify.
And on this week's show, we have a topic-packed show. We have taken so many topics and we have just compressed them right on into this.
All week, I think you and I had been discussing how we could limit the amount of topics to talk about tonight.
We have to. We had to throw things overboard. You know, it's like, you know, we're out at sea, the storm is a raging, and we got to get this stuff out of here.
Yeah. So my notes, they're flowing.
Oh my goodness! Look at all these notes. I got lines of notes.
I got notes everywhere.
It's getting ridiculous.
Paper to pick up.
Anyway, all right. In all seriousness, on tonight's show, we're going to be talking about robot farming. So this is like 2 farmer podcasts in a row. So I think
Ish.
Yeah. This is kind of like an offshoot of last week. But before I get to that, before I get to all that mess, I do have a quick announcement, of course, on the shop, as we start at every single week. An announcement on the shop. We are, of course, located at 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in fabulous Henderson, Nevada. If you would like to come out and check out the shop, you certainly can. But we would like to ask that you coordinate with us in advance to schedule a tour. I'll be telling you how to do that here in just a quick second. But we would like to remind you that while you're working at SYN Shop or in general are around other humans, make sure that you wear your mask and clean tools, surfaces, and materials before and after you use them. Stay home, don't touch your face, and for the love of God, wash your damn hands. If you do have any questions about membership or you would like to come down for a tour, you can email us at info@synshop.org. And also to make sure you're notified of our future events, including virtual ones just like this, you can join us at meetup.com/Synshop. And if you would like any kind of information about the shop in general, it's synshop.org. So I want to show everybody this a little bit of not really B-roll. Oh, really? You're gonna throw me an ad? Love you guys. Well done.
Is that an ad?
It's not an ad, but
That's just like a little pop up. You get X out of it, right?
Well, it's not actually a browser. Hold on. It's OBS. It's
it's that. Yeah.
For those of you who make websites, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just don't. Anyway,
we want to show a demo off, and you're ruining the demo.
Dadgum kids. Well, see, Spamzilla's right. That is one of the topics we were originally going to throw out is the camera angle, but we were like, no, the people deserve to know. All right. So you can see here a video of basically what this thing is. Now, farm.bot is not a sponsor of the show, but just to give you like a little bit of background, last week we were talking about rural living, right? And part of that was, then if I was saying, I don't care, people. One of it was then if I was saying, I want to move out to the sticks and all that and have everything completely automated. And I'm like, all right, have at it, Hoss. But I didn't really think about something like this. This is a full
industry that's actually behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is not only planting the damn carrots, it's harvesting them. There's a little robot claw just a second ago. It's just like, I'm just going to go ahead and harvest this freaking carrot real quick. Look at this.
And I mean, I imagine because obviously it has to change the header. And so I don't know if it obviously does that by itself, but you plot the whole thing and you just load up, it looks like with all the different seeds, and you just let it go. And then when it's harvesting time, you just swap out the arm with a harvesting arm and let it go to town on the entire plot. And
it wouldn't surprise me if it did a tool change in and of itself. I hope this doesn't start playing. We're going to find out here real soon. I know it's going to play an ad.
The current food production system.
Hey, it's not playing an ad.
Oh, thanks God. Okay, we're not gonna have that. We'll just have that as B-roll. Okay, but you see, now I'm converted is essentially where I'm coming from on all this.
Oh, now you're kind of buying into the idea of it possibly being a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not going to go out and buy one, right? Because I'm me, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna. But now at least I say, one, I really want that guy's monitor. but two,
That's a nice monitor.
isn't that a nice monitor? I need one of them. But like what essentially they've done here, and this is part of what really caught my eye, is they basically gamified farming. Like,
Yeah.
they've made it to where, like, oh, I'm playing Farmville only in real life.
And see, I already play like Stardew Valley, which
Sure.
is like literal farm simulator. Like there's like
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, which I also love, and there's other like build and harvest type games. Like, I mean, you could even throw like 7 Days to Die in there, Minecraft, all that. But Stardew Valley, just like all the plants and the seasons and all that. And I love that. Even when I was playing World of Warcraft and Mist of Pandaria, my go-to thing, like all day, every day, I would just be farming just because I wanted all this stuff to make like potions and pot and sell that for gold. Pots, like, you know, alchemy pots and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so I'm like, just seeing the UI, like looking on farm.bot.com, and it passes by it in the video, just seeing the, like being able to like virtually place, like, I want 10 carrots in this row and I want 10 pieces of cabbage in this row, and then just hit execute and it goes, sure thing. And it just takes from its like seed plot or however it does it and just,
right there.
See, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, look, all those wow, I didn't think so. I was assuming, like, benefit of the doubt says that it was like a whole arm thing, but it looks like it's just a quick little coil sensor, and then
that's a soil sensor, and there was a weeder or something like that was in there.
So that's like a super quick sensor change then.
Yeah.
So now we're getting to the area of like it could just do it itself too.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. And so, farm from anywhere because it has its own bot.
Yeah. I mean, like,
dude, I would love something like this. And I honestly, looking at the size of these things, I have the space, like this window right here. You can see just like, you know, the blinds just a little. Oh, you can't even see the blinds in the thing. There's a window right here. You just gotta trust me on this one.
I believe you.
Yeah, right outside it. It's on a 2-story. I have significant like backyard space. Like, okay, I can't say like significant. It's not like an acre or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's enough to fit one of those farm bots, you know, comfortably there, and I can move around it. And I really, really want one now because just all the things I could program, like, and just set up with automation, talking to like my home assistant, get like plant, soil, and water levels, which I'm sure this thing already provides. So I could have it in a nice dashboard.
Yeah.
It's just like, just watching the video, just like I get the feels of really wanting it.
So and here's the other cool thing about it. Apparently, and I haven't gone too far into this, but apparently the FarmBot is open source. So
really?
Yeah, it's an open source.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, so you could see
thing.
Well, I'm just looking in here because like they have like sections for obviously like home use, but then they have like educational and like research sector use. I really like almost the resource part, like not the resource, the research part of it, because let's say I'm not really planting or harvesting anything for like home use. Like I want to have, like, I would probably have like a section for, oh, I want my own onions. I buy onions at the store every week or something like that. I want my own set of onions. They're just fresh right there. Great. Just to tidy my, But a section of the FarmBot I would dedicate to maybe like science or educational use. Like maybe I wouldn't be like smart enough in the beginning to like set up like some sort of like research plot, you know, for something, but I could put it out there that I have the space and the like this equipment right there. Like give me an idea and let's do some science for it. That kind of intrigues me as well.
Well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how deep learning AI plays into bot gardening, but you know, I guess so. Sure. I'm sure someone's fit blockchain in there somehow and it just had money thrown at them. I'm not sure that's a thing anymore. But what's up?
I'm just like looking. So I imagine so it's obviously just like a set of motors and whatnot, but I wonder if like you only need to buy like the motors and stuff like in one set, and then you could just get however long of a track you need. So you could like custom build the plot size, or if it comes in, because I'm looking at it, it says like all farm bots are powered by 4 powerful 17-step motors. And it's like, okay, well, obviously there's a hard limit on the motors and what's needed for that mechanism, but how far can it travel away versus whatnot? So I don't know if they sell dedicated sizing. That's what I'd be curious about, or if I could like custom build a size.
I know in the video there's a ton of different sizes that they showed. Like there were some that were just ginormous, and there were some that different sizes, wouldn't you know? But there were some that were a lot bigger than others. Here we go. Yeah, so there's a tiny one. There's yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. There's an Express and there's an Express XL.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean,
okay.
you buy as much track as you want, and you slap it to the edge of whatever you got. You know, I mean, yeah. So I
Ships
mean,
every 2 weeks. Oof. Have you looked at how much they cost?
no, but I'm sure that all that extruded aluminum is not cheap. But
yeah. Actually, wow, the bigger one's not much more expensive than the smaller one. So the smaller one is $14.95. That's $1,495.
Yeah.
And the second one is on sale actually at the moment. It's usually $2,000 flat.
There you go.
But it's $1,750 at the moment.
Okay,
that's actually not.
This last bit here, sorry, it picks the damn carrots. Like what? Oh
yeah,
come on. It picks it for you.
And it just drops it in the basket that you carry into the house.
There's no. I am super suspicious that it actually works that way, but you never know. Maybe.
I mean, I guess we are watching their promotional video, but I mean, even on their main page, they say they're like customers in like 75 countries, and it looks like there's a lot of dots that they put on this page here. Who knows if that's true or not? But interactive map, like, wait, like, can I go look at like, let's say somewhere in like the Midwest and see corn being harvested?
I don't know, probably.
But
you know, so really, like, I guess I really shouldn't be as surprised as I was that this was a thing, you know? And so here's another thing too, like the ease of how do I put it? Like I was mentioning before, it is kind of the gamification of farming. Like, you know, they're sitting here saying, you know, our easy to use sequence editor lets you completely customize the way it blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like that. What is that language that they teach? Like they teach in a lot of like grade schools. It's like Spark or something like that, where you get these puzzle pieces for
no, I think you're right. Yeah.
Is it Spark? I expect it to be way more expensive.
I think I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought this system was gonna be way more expensive too. That was the first time I saw that price. STEM?
Is that what it's called?
Isn't that just like that's the STEM curriculum?
Yeah.
But they have there's like a certain like.
You know, I'm almost positive it's Spark, but I've been wrong before today even. But you know, I think it's interesting. That's the name of the curriculum. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, learn Apache Spark with online courses, schools Spark program.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's just like it's not like a. Okay, maybe I was confused there. Were you saying like program like Python program or like program like a curriculum?
I'm talking like a program like Python.
In other words, don't think that's what Spark is. Spark looks to be like a curriculum.
Oh, okay. So Spamville is saying STEM is the name of the curriculum. It's a programming language, like an IDE, basically, that lets you take like little puzzle pieces that represent like an if statement or a case statement or something like that, and you put it together graphically on the screen, and it converts that into code to make a light blink when you push a switch. That's what I'm talking about. But they've done something similar to that here. You know, by having this, I guess where I'm coming from with this is there has been CNC machines and, you know, running Gerbil and all that other stuff. But this is a thing that they've actually put the time in to making the front end look right too. You know what I mean? To make the front end easy to use for just somebody to go out and start growing a thing, you know?
I mean, yeah, for ease of use for like new people trying to tackle this, either hobby or venture or whatever, but also for, you know, current like born and raised farmers, that have obviously like much bigger fields. But I think this sort of bot, like even your typical farmer would be able to purchase this and use it for experimentation and observation, during different seasons for different crops, if they're like into that sort of thing.
Maybe.
I know, like, I only say that because I'm trying to like equate it with like, I work as like a systems and networking engineer, but I also do stuff with systems and networking as a hobby in my spare time. So I'm thinking, if farmers and stuff like that just really love planting crops, but they want to do something more fit, like they would get this little thing and do research. I don't know. I'm thinking how I would approach this. Okay. I don't know how they would approach it. And if this is something that they would,
I think they would approach it like as far away as possible.
Because of like the technology, or just because they're good with what they're used to, and this stuff is for the fancy techs that want to pretend like they're urban farming.
Well, so I'm not even a home gamer when it comes to farming, right? I'm just some dude, right? But my understanding of the farming world is that it's way more like big business farming than anything else. Like down to what kind of seed you can use, down to what kind of pesticides you can use, and it's all controlled
for large scale like that.
Yeah.
But what about like the farmers markets? Like there's urban farmers. Like I watch a ton of YouTube channels that have like they buy houses, but they buy the houses and build as like small as the land for like the neighborhood or permit would allow, and they would have they would convert the rest of it into farming plot. Like
no kidding.
Let me see, what's his name?
And then they head on down to the farmers market, and there you go.
Is it Curtis? Yeah, I think urban farmer Curtis Stone. So I watch him a lot, and he talks about how his different farms work, and they're not like these massive like wheat or cornfields. They're literally like houses or two houses purchased next to each other and converted with like greenhouses and just like farming plots. And he does urban farming, and he sells all those crops at like farmers markets and stuff like that, and he's pulling in like hundreds of thousands of dollars and like revenue for all this. And so, I mean, this thing seems like it would be great for those type of people. Well, I mean, if I were to like say do that, that would be like great on my front.
Yeah. Hey, here you go. Look at how small you can make it.
Yeah, that's actually.
And they got running off the solar panels.
I could fit with the amount of space that I have here, and if we're looking at that size right there in comparison, I could probably have 6 to 8 of those in the space that I have.
I'm going to find you down at is there a farmer's market in Las Vegas?
Yeah, there's tons of them. Well, I don't know how much anymore because of, the whole Rona thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but before, I mean, I would see him driving in, like just driving on the weekends, and be like, farmer's market over here. And they just like set up in a giant parking lot or something like that. Or like I know when I used to live on the other side of town, the Henderson, like in the area of like the Henderson Pavilion and like Henderson Library and Green Valley, for anybody that might not be living in the fine city of Las Vegas, that's just, a location
it's
here.
The suburbs.
And so, suburbs. And they set up like huge farmers markets. They're like just tents, and everybody's out there and they're selling, either like honey or jam or like just whatever. I've never been to one personally. I just look at them from afar because I'm antisocial, I guess. I don't want to go out to actually like talk to people to buy my stuff. I just want to like kind of go in there and go to self-checkout.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit tougher for me, but
so I guess where I was going with this is like, yeah, I mean, you probably could get something small like that and sell it at a farmer's market. There was something that I was gonna go into that Spamzilla brought up. She said, I got my son a Lego robot that uses that style of programming, the snap together programming stuff. There was something I was gonna say on that, but I forgot what it was. Doggone it. Oh well.
GG.
But yeah. Well, these things happen. Anyway, so this is that's this. But I remember what it was. So it's interesting that Spamzilla brought that up, because that is easily one of the biggest things that had an impact on me right? When I was a kid, my dad got I can't remember if it was for Christmas. I don't think it was specifically for me. I'm not 100% sure, but brought home a computer. And because it was a Commodore VIC-20, I am an old, but it was a Commodore VIC-20. So like I didn't grow up on Atari or Nintendo. I grew up on Commodore, right? Which at the time sucked because everyone else wanted to play Pac-Man. But but long term it was fantastic because I had to, like, if I wanted to play a game, I had to load it. And I had to load it on a tape drive, which meant that I would start the game loading on my tape drive, go outside, mow the lawn, come back in, wait a few more minutes, and it would just about be ready. It was like that. Yeah.
Yike.
So doing that though, what's great about that is long live Commander Keen indeed. That was after the Commodore, but still. Commander Keen is awesome. I heard somewhere they might be redoing Commander Keen. I'm not sure, but that is like, and that's totally awesome. That you did that because about getting the Lego robot that uses that style of programming, because learning how to program is this generation's learning how to use a computer. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, because I mean everybody. Yeah, no, totally.
Oh, the fourth one is already on the Switch. I did not know this. See?
What? Oh, nice.
I'm thinking again about getting a Switch. I don't know. We'll see.
How have you been? I mean, hey, if there's ever a time in your life where you feel like playing Animal Crossing, you could really sink hundreds and hundreds of hours. I know from experience.
I don't have hundreds of hours to sink.
Neither do I, but I did it anyways. Look, thankfully that game came out. Sidetrack. Thankfully it came out at the start of quarantine because had the time.
Commander Keen or the Switch?
The Switch. No, the Animal Crossing.
Oh, Animal Crossing. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Spamzilla wants you to visit her island.
I think maybe we should that's probably a good idea, Spamzilla. I don't know if you're in our Synshop Discord, but in our gaming things channel, my island sucks. It's atrocious. My fiance's island, however, is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. So you could visit her island. We could pretend it's my island, and then
like Jodie Foster in Contact. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Dude, it's crazy. She had she has like a section in there for like Zen curry, like a little restaurant section that she built up, and it has like Zen curry pictures and like her favorite band content. It's awesome. Okay, you need one. It's fun. You can sink a lot of time into it.
You know what else I could sink a lot of time into? The mid-show break.
Hey, that's
I wanted to Pong, step 1, get Switch, step 2, come see my island, step 4, profit. Well, I'm sure underpants are involved at some point, but South Park. Okay, so yes, so we are of course broadcasting on behalf of the SYN Shop. For more information about the shop, you can go to synshop.org for more information about the shop. And for more information on upcoming events, including virtual ones just like this, you can just go on and meetup.com/Synshop. And if you'd like to come by and tour the shop, we are 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. However, we would like you to let us know before you come out. And in order to do that, you're just going to drop us an email at info@synshop.org. So that's how you do that. Yeah. So the Gantry System is what I wanted to talk about like an hour ago. No, I'm kidding. So we've actually had a lot of Gantry Systems on. I mean, in addition to your like we've got the shop bot at the shop that can cut an entire 4x8 sheet of plywood in one go. Like you plug in, I want to make a bookshelf, and you do that in Fusion 360, and then you bring a giant sheet of wood into the shop, and you walk home with a bookshelf. We had the guy that built 3D houses. Like, what was that? Like a couple months ago? Yeah. We've got just plain old regular 3D
printing. that the 3D printing houses thing. I was looking into that a little more,
Yeah.
and I saw a company doing. I think it was in Russia actually, but yeah, they just like had like basically what we're looking at with the farm.bot, just like that axis system. What'd you call it? What's the
Gantry?
technical term? Yeah, is that what it? So a gantry system.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
had that, but it was just like cement mixed with like something else, and it
Yeah.
was just going, and it was just printing up the houses.
Yeah, yeah. Geopolymer.
That's crazy.
Man, it's
Like
weird,
even how
wild
like
stuff.
I know, and even like running just like piping and like electric through all that, like how it like like made actual divots for that. It's
Yeah.
like, geez, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that basic style lets you do so much, many different things. I think it was just only a matter of time before it became something that would be used for farming. Because like as long as you've got a gantry system big enough, yeah, you could use different tools to farm. Like
I
one
wonder
thing
how big it could get. Like,
doesn't matter. Like how big of a tract do you have? Like seriously, like
true. I mean, we do see those bit like already in like massive plot farming. They have just like the big, watering like
yeah.
uh things on wheels. I
Sure.
mean, why couldn't you just do that with really long track?
There's no reason you couldn't, really. I mean, flat land and expense, but other than that, yeah, no, there's no reason.
Oh yeah,
not to.
true. You're gonna need super flat land
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you go to like a loading, like a port of entry, with the big gantries that unload the ships and all that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can build a gantry pretty big. But the on the other side of that, though, is you can also build them very small. Like before the show, I was like, let me dig around on this a little bit. You can get like little desktop CNC machines now on freaking Amazon for like under $300 or like right around $300.
Oh, and like what would you put in that? Just like anything? Like,
Well,
that I
PCBs.
could-
You could make PCBs. P. No. What in the hell does that stand for? PCBs.
is it programming?
Oh my god. I just completely spaced on it. Anyway, circuit boards.
Circuit board.
Printed circuit board. There you are. All right.
Yeah.
My goodness. My brain was like stuck on personal computer, and I was like, no, brain, that's not it. Anyway, yes, you can make printed circuit boards on it because you basically buy the stuff that has full copper layer on each side, and you just you cut away where you don't want wires. Essentially, is how that would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I've never gotten into, like that I don't see taking off for the home, is pick and place, where you've got just reels of little tiny resistors, and the machine comes over, grabs a resistor, puts it in place, and then solders it and all that stuff. I don't really see that becoming a thing for the home. That's more like low-level manufacturing, like Eat a Fruit or Sparkle Fun.
Yeah.
Those guys would use something like that, but or you know who else would use something like that? Keyboard manufacturers.
Oh yeah.
I didn't intend for that segue to happen, but I'm holding it in my hand, so I may as well.
Yeah.
So
I really wish I had mine.
I do too. Yours was cool, but this one ain't so bad either. So the last week, I don't know if you guys saw the project stream. I talked a little bit about this little feller here, and I have some notes. I have notes.
Mhm.
So this thing is it's just a little macro keyboard. Got mechanical buttons there. You got a little rotary knob here and click, which is awesome, right? But unfortunately, they made the base of it smaller than the knob on top. So when you're just kind of like dialing around on this thing, using the jog wheel, it's very easy to tip over. So that part is annoying. But I finally
Probably 3D print a better base for it though.
Yeah. No, he actually sent me parts to make that, like a file to 3D print one. I don't have a 3D printer right now, so.
Yeah.
But
I could print it.
well, yeah.
Yeah, send me the files. I could probably print it, and I'll carrier pigeon it over to your place.
Well, that would work. So and also It was the weirdest thing. So this thing works on, I got it off Etsy. It was a leaf cutter. No, was that his name? I don't, I'll look it up here in a second. But at any rate, he, for whatever reason, on the inside, it's a Leonardo. It's an Arduino Leonardo, right? Because those have a USB bus.
That's what I was looking for the whole time, was where the USB was. And I was about to ask you, I was like, I haven't seen you flip around to it yet. And so is it Bluetooth? But there it is.
Yeah. It's actually USB-C.
Is that C?
It is.
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So the thing is though, he did something really weird, and I don't quite understand why. If anybody on the stream is an Arduino guy, let me know, or girl, let me know if you can think of any reason at all why one would do this. These two buttons here are digital inputs. But these two, for whatever reason, are on analog 0 and analog 1. They're on analog ports.
Why? See, like when you were saying that in the Synshop Discord to me, like I understood what you were saying, but like now that you're like holding it up and like I'm just more in the zone to conceptualize it, I don't know why they would do that. And if there's anybody in chat that happens to know, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So you had to do a workaround for that.
I did. It was an interesting who was it? There was somebody. It was actually somebody in the Discord.
Brian W, right?
Brian W?
Yeah, Brian W, I think.
Yeah,
Brian
I think
W
it was him. Yeah, it was Brian W. Yeah. No, he cleaned that right up. That was amazing. I had this big, long, atrocious if statement, and I was like, I had
he turned like your 8-liner into like a 1-liner.
He did. And I was just posting it like, I literally just said, I'm not proud of what I've done, and then posted the code. I was just doing it for shiggles. But he was just like, no, here, hold my beer, watch this. And he just like, here, and just gave me a single liner, and there you go. Off to the races.
And it worked.
Yeah. So, pretty
but
cool.
I still like, so what is your, what do you use it for?
Oh yeah. Okay. So I use it for VS Code. Okay. Mm-hmm. So check this out. This way, if I turn the knob this way, it does cursor down, arrow down, right? If I turn the knob this way, cursor up. If I push it, it's F9, so it sets a breakpoint. Right?
Oh.
You see where I'm going? See where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can scroll down, scroll up, set my breakpoint. Well, then the next thing I'm going to want to do is step through it. Wait, no, set a breakpoint. The next thing I'm going to want to do is run the thing. So it's F5 right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once I hit one of my breakpoints, I want to step into. That's this one, right? And then if I want to if I'm like, okay, well, this is all fucked. Dang it. This is all screwed up. I'm going to go ahead and back to the beginning, right? I can hit that and it restarts the whole thing. And then if I'm like, okay, I'm done now, I can hit that and it exits the whole process. This is the perfect setup for doing, for bug chasing, for debugging, bug chasing. What? Completely different.
How much does one of those things run?
It was like $40 on eBay. I think, not eBay, on
Etsy.
On Etsy. Yeah. Thank you. It's like,
I think he said, Leonardo.
Yeah. It's a Leonardo. Yeah. On the inside. Well, I mean, actually on the inside, it's his own custom PC board, but the chip is a Leonardo. It presents as a Leonardo.
Okay. So I don't think I caught that the first time. So it's his own printed board. Is he printing those at his, like, that's just like what he does?
I mean, he's only got like a couple of things on his, his Etsy channel. It's Byte Labs. Here, I'll throw it in the chat. But I mean, decent guy. Like he just like, and the quality of this thing is really, really good. It's just that one little stupid thing at the end. It's like where he's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's put this on the analog channel. NBD.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you, like, yeah. So this thing, dang it, yeah. I already know another application for it, and it'd be for my dad because he does a lot of CAD work, like just a ton of work in CAD.
Yeah.
Man, that's got to be heckin' useful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because I mean, I have I have a lot of macro things. Like I have a whole, like, I don't know if I can pick it up well enough. No, I can't get into this. Nope. It's just like a what is this? A Logitech G13. It's like a gaming like pad.
Mhm.
And then I have like a Stream Deck, and so those macro things are pretty useful. But something like that with the dial,
Mhm.
man, like even doing that and just like for me, like I do a lot of work in like Vim and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like
You know who we
that
gotta get
would
in
be
touch with? The Board
who's
Source
that?
guys.
Oh
from,
yeah,
from Board Source. We gotta talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
them about that.
I follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good Instagram going there.
Yeah. I'll have
If
to
you're
do
if you're a
that.
keyboard, if you're like a just a PCB nerd that you put keys on it and you design the keyboard in a certain way, it's great.
I'm coming around. I'm coming around. Like I said last week, I'm coming into the whole custom keyboard thing. I got my clacky keyboard right in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna type on
Well,
it.
like what I say with mine, like I really like mine. Like you could see, like I have a 60% down here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only it doesn't have like the number keys on the side. The FN keys are just under the number keys, and then over there you could see my big gamepad. So I mean, I have a lot of keys up here,
Yeah.
and I like the whole everything that they're doing because it's all like in the name of like efficiency and designing your desk the way you want it designed,
Yeah.
I guess you could say. So like you could have your little 4-key macro keyboard with the dial over here.
Right.
You could have this 60% taking up this space,
Yep.
a wireless mouse. So you could have like a large range of drag if you want. I'm all for it.
Nice. Yeah. So like I said, I've definitely come around on the whole keyboard thing because I am a new convert.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And building them is just as fun. Like I can't remember.
Yeah.
I sent you I used an Arduino, I think, for the build that I did with it's like the 8-key like
Mhm.
stream cheap thing.
Yeah.
And so just 3D printed the whole base and popped in some brown cherry switches and just soldered.
Yeah.
Real simple stuff, but yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So like, I guess getting back to the desktop CNC and all that stuff. There is one other thing that we didn't cover, and that is robot arms. There is a kit
Robot arms.
There is a
Yeah.
kit that you can get. What is this thing called? It's called the Dorna 2 robot arm.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Get one of these. Eventually, maybe. Yes. There we go. I wasn't prepared for this one. But anyway, the Dorna 2 is a robot arm that clamps to your desk. I'm not 100%. Well, you know what? Okay, damn it. Now I actually start looking, like I scrolled down, and now all of a sudden I'm really on board. You can use it as a camera mount.
Yeah, and it could do tracking and tracing and
which means like I could have like panning shots. I could hit a button on the Stream Deck and go.
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
That's
pretty
pretty
expensive,
cool.
fun little single instance. I don't know.
I didn't see how much it was. I'm sure it's
I didn't
not
either.
cheap. Let's see.
What else? Okay, let's
Oh,
brainstorm
God.
for a second. What else? How? Oh no, I didn't look.
I did. Don't.
That was much more of a shocker than my $1,400
It is.
farm.bot.
Yeah, no.
Except that you found that, but still.
It's like double.
Let me see. Let me scroll.
It's
Oh, wow, it
it's
is double.
$3,500.
Oh no.
There will not be one of those clamped to my desks. Literally ever. Literally ever. There's no way.
Are you sure? What if you won the lottery?
What if I
You'd
won
have
the
a much
lottery?
bigger one then.
Oh, it's way more than a drum. Well, okay, it depends on the drum set, but it's way it's
Oh, gosh.
significantly more than one needs to spend on a drum set. It's
Uh-huh.
$3,500. It's a decent used car. Well, actually, I don't know if it is anymore, but it's you could probably find a used car for that, but it probably won't be decent. You asked me a question. Oh, what if I won the lottery? Would I buy that? No.
No.
I don't need it.
Okay, so like, yeah, well, no, we don't need anything. I don't need like a majority of the stuff on my desk isn't needed.
Bomb Rock says that's like 10 modules for Eurorack.
Yeah.
No, I don't spend anywhere near $350 for. There's a couple over there that might be that much, but not many.
So you're saying 20 modules?
More like 100, really. Looks like a tremendous opportunity for an open source build. Titans, that is a wonderful thing.
Well,
Yes.
I'm like thinking, so that's what I was saying. Like, if we think about that robot arm, let's brainstorm here. What other purposes would makers or like more or less consumers with hobbies, I guess, and interests, what would we use it for? I'm trying to think. Okay,
so number one, camera mount.
Yeah, camera mount's cool.
Camera mount's real cool. You could do that. You could that's actually the article that I found this from was actually about that, like, people, what would you do with a robot arm, essentially?
I just found the best response that also happens to be the fattest response, and that is when I'm playing video games and I got like a pack of hot fries next to me. I don't want to like messy up my fingers.
No.
Okay, so that's the fattest response. What would be okay? How about like I don't know. I'm just like trying to think of like ridiculous stuff. What would be practical?
So let's see. I'm trying to find. Let's see. XY plotter. That's a good one.
What wouldn't you use it for?
Well, I would not use it for hot fries.
Yeah.
Mainly because I don't need hot fries, but whatever.
Gosh, I'm just like the stupidest person ever, I feel like, because I'm literally only thinking of like idiocracy level of stuff, like the hot fries and like maybe like plucking out beard hairs that are like annoying.
All right.
Like what? Like I literally can't think of anything practical that I would use that for. Like if it was.
So you asked me why wouldn't I do it? This is why I wouldn't do it, because once we get past, it can draw pictures and it can hold my camera and do pretty cool camera shots.
Yeah. What else? What else is there?
No, I mean, we're done.
I'm just going in. That's exactly why I think I'm going into the realm of stupidity and impracticality.
Silliness, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, these things happen. But so let's see. You know what else has robot arms?
What else has robot arms?
The space shuttle does.
Or
wait,
International
hold on.
Space Station.
You scan. Here we go. Titans has got one. Okay, you scan a recipe. It retrieves every ingredient in order and puts them away. Okay, I could see if you used a lot of spices.
Yeah, spices.
Spices it could probably handle, because you could do like, put a QR code on the top, have the machine come over, scan it, and then pick up the bottle and put it back. Right? I could see that.
Maybe pick it up at a certain angle and then shake in just the amount that you need and then puts it back. I don't know.
Maybe.
Afraid you're gonna put too much time in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't spice nearly enough to make it worth that.
Oh, really? See, I'm a spice guy. Like
yeah,
know the Spice Girls? I'm the spice guy. Like
which one are you?
Sorry.
No.
I guess I'm just Zenify.
Are you sporty spice?
That's the Spice Girls. I told you, I'm the spice guy.
All right. There's just one.
I guess, yeah. Right now. So what I mean by that though is whenever I'm like cooking or making like stuff, like I love to load it up with just like, here's some garlic powder, here's some onion powder, here's some.
Spam Jillzilla in the chat says, I'm picturing a montage of the testing of the robot arm failing at spicing. I'm surprised. What's her name? Simone Gertz. Yeah. I'm really surprised she hasn't done that already. That is completely in her wheelhouse. One would.
Have you been keeping up with her at all?
Somewhat. I know she moved to L.A. or
she moved. Yeah, I think she's still in San Francisco somewhere, but she got her own space.
Yeah,
like her own little warehouse space that she's starting to build up. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Just imagine getting your own, warehouse. Like not like maybe like 1/10 the size of the SYN Shop it looked like in the video, the current SYN Shop that is.
Yeah.
But just having that dedicated space just for you and your tools and stuff, that'd be fun.
Be pretty cool. Very cool. One of these days I'm going to clean out my garage. Then I'll have about.
Jeez, dude. What episode is this? I told you to clean out your garage on episode 10.
Was it 10? It should have been before
Yeah.
that. But
No, it's 10 because that's the first episode I was on.
Oh, really? It took you
Yeah.
10 episodes to come on?
At least, yeah, I think.
Dadgum kids.
I started at 10 and I was doing all even numbers for like the first 10 and then got messed up.
Yeah, we got off track. Oh well, these things happen. So before we are cruising towards the end of the show here. So I want to get to the crew. Speaking of crew,
Oh yeah, hey,
again with the accidental segues. So you told me now I know that you and Akeen and some other people on the Discord. By the way, synshop.org/Discord if you'd like to come and join the party. But you guys have been talking about the SpaceX stuff. Like every time Elon Musk does anything,
anytime he does anything, anytime ESA does anything, anytime ULA, ESA is European Space Agency, ULA is the United Launch Alliance, Rocket Lab, whenever they do something, pretty much anything going into low Earth orbit or beyond, we're talking about it in space things on the Discord.
Nice. So tell me about the crew. What is the crew?
So I was just mentioning to you before the show that we have like a launch date of November 14th for the Crew 1 launch, which is launching 3 American astronauts and 1 Japanese astronaut, and they're going up to the International Space Station for up to 6 months. I think it could be longer. But it's pretty cool because it's the first full crew. Well, technically the Crew Dragon capsule could have up to 8 people on board, or no, 7 people on board. But they're only sending up, they are typically only going to send up 4 per launch. It's just, this is the first one that's going to be 4. It's going to be from American soil, on a commercial platform, basically. And so it's just pretty, I just kind of wanted to mention that and how it's pretty cool that we're getting close to it. But also it's kind of weird lately. There's been like a curse hovering above Florida, like just the whole space
that's
launch
Florida.
complex. It is Florida, yeah. Like the entire launch complex, basically. Anybody that's been trying to launch anything from there for the past like 3 months, it's usually been getting delayed. I know SpaceX, they've had most successful launches from there, but they've even had to halt or ground. Even the Crew 1 mission that I'm talking about, it was actually supposed to launch like 6 days ago, or like 7 or 8 days ago, maybe. And they had to abort just that planning. They didn't actually get up to launch or anything like that, but they had to move the scheduled date to the 14th now, and hopefully that doesn't get pushed any further. So I hope we get to see that launch here. Shoot, is it like, no, it's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday. Yeah, so next Saturday is when that launch is going to be happening. So I expect another 2, or no, probably like 4 or 5 hour live stream from SpaceX and NASA on the whole thing, from the suit up to the walk out to the Tesla Model Y that it's going to drive him to the launch pad and then get out of Dodge before that candle gets lit and it goes up.
I guess. So you mentioned earlier about it being a commercial platform. So
yeah.
What does that mean, like relative? So having come up in the time of the space shuttles program, exactly. So like, how is that different? Obviously, it's a different kind of ship and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is like commercial versus governmental. Like, what's the diff?
Yeah, it's still heavily like NASA is still heavily involved in the program itself. So it's not like they just handed it all over, but think of it as what's the easiest way to say it? It's like a commercial flight, like just like hopping on like Delta or Southwest, versus like getting like military flight, like in a way where it's like NASA and the Air Force and all that are contribute that. Now it's just like SpaceX, they built this rocket, they've built it reusably. And so
So
they
NASA's
go up,
like,
they come
hey
back down.
man, if I could come with you to like
Yeah.
space, that'd be really cool,
So
man.
it's basically made it a lot cheaper. While I have other opinions on where money like that should be spent, while I do very much love space and stuff like that, and I love seeing the progression in it, even still, this program has made it a lot more cheaper, both in just the ride itself and then the recovery of, you know, the rocket and all that. So that's just what kind of makes it much more fascinating and why it's so much different, because they've basically contracted SpaceX to go, hey, we want to fly up to the International Space Station. We want to put, you know, these 4 people on board. Can you do it? And it's like, yeah, we could do it. We could get them up there safely.
I just got to run in my friend Dave's house, man.
Yeah.
If you just drive me by, that'd be awesome, man. Flashback. So no, but
yeah, so that's kind of what makes this different than, say, like ULA or Northrop Grumman. I
I hear they beat
that's
Manchester
them.
United, didn't they?
Yeah.
So who is ULA for the
So like
Jackass
ULA
like
is the United Launch Alliance, which, I mean, for me personally, so ULA, they don't have any like commercially available. They're a private company, so they don't have anything like, you know, commercially available for like launching astronauts and anything like this. But they have like specialized contracts where they use things like the Delta Heavy to launch government satellites and stuff like that. It's usually classified, so we don't know what's on board. But they've also had a tough time getting that freaking massive machine off the ground. It's been it's been scrubbed like 4 or 5 times, maybe even more, and they still haven't launched it. Hopefully before the end of the year, because I mean, that's just a cool launch to watch. And so what I was getting at with that is, you know, in my personal opinion, if I were to like pin CEOs together, Elon Musk versus Tory Bruno of ULA, I like Tory Bruno a lot more, mainly because he's not like a memeing jackass that's just on Twitter all the time. I'm sorry, Elon. I hope that didn't kill any of our chances of you funding anything for the SYN Shop, but
no,
I mean, you know who you are.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, in my personal opinion, yeah, I mean, he is.
No, he is. So is he totally?
Yeah,
is.
like,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of money mining poor countries in Africa.
I really like technologies and stuff that he's been behind. Even obviously, he has thousands of engineers and like top minds and stuff like that. But you know, Tesla, SpaceX, just those technologies, great. Elon as a person, I'm sorry, bruh, but you need to slow your roll a little bit and just
cool them jets there, turbo.
Yeah.
So what are they supposed to be doing on this next mission? What's the point of the crew?
So I mean, it's pretty much what they do every time they go up there is all scientific research. They're bringing, you know, up with some of the cargo, because there's a big cargo hold that gets up with there, you know, so there's science experiments from stuff that NASA's doing themselves for research, but then there's also things from like high schools and colleges that have like little science experiments that they've funded and want to go up to the International Space Station so that things could be studied in microgravity and stuff like that. And so those are the things that, I mean, they pretty much do on every crewed spaceflight mission, you know, repairs and upgrades to the International Space Station itself. You know, we were talking about the giant arm. You know, they got the Giant Canada arm. Actually, no, the Giant Canada arm is on the space shuttle. So something like the Giant Canada. Yeah.
And Molson's.
I mean, probably
you know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It delivers Tim Hortons to passing spaceships.
Yeah. So aside from upgrading,
that was pretty much just
repairing,
strictly for like Jim is probably the only person that'll get it, and he's probably gonna give me trouble.
So that's kind of pretty much what they're doing up there. It's same ish stuff that they're always doing,
Uh-huh.
and they're just being sent commercially
Same thing
from
we do every
America.
night, Pinky.
Yeah,
We're going to try to
and
take over the world.
I mean that's kind of what it seems like in stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you know, one thing that it won't take over
Is this podcast?
is the post game.
Oh, true.
Because the post game is getting ready to start here in just a few short minutes. So, if you are currently watching us on the YouTubes, number one, welcome to Saturday. Number two, I really hope this episode is going to be easy to edit because I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. But at any rate, yeah. So, welcome to Saturday, YouTube people. In just a few short seconds, you are about to see me with a lot longer sideburns telling you to watch the show here. So, here you go. Hi, I'm the Mighty Pong, host of the show that you just got done watching. Hey, if you'd like to see the entire show and not just the first hour, make sure that you watch on twitch.tv/Synshop every Friday night for the main show, and on Monday nights we have our special project night. So you can join us, build something, and basically throw stuff at us while we try to concentrate on things. It's a lot of fun. Kind of. But hey, anyway, we hope to see you there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, so join us over there, twitch.tv/Synshop. I am, of course, the Mighty Pong, and we will see you there. One take. Not one.